Hi Joyce, hi Jackie. We're just working in the back of our spirals on a few multiple choice from 7475. Then we're going to go ahead and transition over to homework questions on 7.5. But real quick, asking opinion on, I did get an updated one from the guy. So we're leaving the front the same, right, the way it is. And then he changed the car. It wasn't exactly what I asked. I'm not really sure where the disconnect. But the pole's gone, and the little clip arty thing's gone. I think he's just stealing from some clip art bank, which is kind of sad. So...
Well, at least it's a sports car.
Yeah. I was thinking of asking him to make it gold, but I wish it was just outlined and not with the white in it at all, right?
Black, gold, and white.
And then smaller, because it's way too big? Is the car itself okay, or do we want another car?
That's fine. Makes it look cool.
Okay, so this smaller, maybe get rid of all the white space, like all the black, make gold? No, that doesn't make sense either.
Just have an outline.
Right? Yeah. And I literally said, like, no white space. But maybe I need to put it differently. No white at all. No white at all, and just the outline not filled in. No white fill-in. How does that sound? Does that sound better?
Yep.
I'm trying. I don't know why. I mean, he's doing a good job. It's just, I don't know. He's not tracking with me on the car. All right, but we're okay with it otherwise? Unless someone wants to find a car. Joyce, if you find a car that's not smushed and outlined, maybe we can just send it to him. Like if there was like a non-smushed version of the car. I don't know. Anyway, not to add anything to your load, just curious.
What was like wrong with the original one that we had?
He was smushed. Let me see if I can get there. But I don't know why he didn't use it. I don't know if it was too hard. Oh, stink. That doesn't help. I do sent. Took a while. J. Sent. Oh. There we go. Okay, this was our original version. But he was smushed. See? He's crashed against the pole.
That should have been in purple.
So that's why I was like, maybe if Joyce had like the original of this one, and we could just be like, can we just have these lines, just don't smush it, like make it straight. Right? Like, that wouldn't be a big deal, I don't think, but I don't know. Alright, I'll do what I can. Alright, how we do?
I couldn't figure out number one. Also, because I didn't try to figure out.
Well, that's
like,
unacceptable.
No, because it looks like an exponential, but I couldn't remember the geometric formula for series. So I was like,
Calculator. Oh, there it is. Okay. Proportional to the number of acres already consumed? What does that mean?
Yep. I read that and it went right over my head.
What is kudzu? Kudzu? Yeah. Okay. I've heard it before.
It's this mythical creature that only appears in math problems and makes you like
No, what type of food is this? You gonna Google it?
Yeah.
Jordan's on it. Okay, it's just exponential growth, isn't it?
Yeah. Something like that. But the proportional.
Because proportional to the number of acres already consumed.
Yeah. So you just do make a
it's part of the P
proportion.
family.
Oh, part of the P family? Interesting. Okay. So what did you guys get?
A blank space.
Oh, seriously?
I'm
What
serious.
about everybody else? Can't we just do y is equal to c e to the kt? Is it growing or decaying?
What? No, that's the whole problem. Because like you don't have certain.
There are 2 acres consumed when t equals 1 and 3 acres consumed when t equals 5. So they give you 2 different clues.
Oh.
So when t is 1, that equals 3. So 3 equals c e to the k. And then when t is 5, 2 acres are consumed when t equals 1.
I get it now.
3 acres are consumed
3 acres.
when t equals 5, so 5k. Then we can just divide, right? The c's cancel. We end up with e to the negative 2k. So ln of 2/3 divided by negative 2.
Isn't that just e to the k? So it would be 5 minus 1 or 1 minus 5 and negative k? Or am I reading
It would be e to the negative 4 10.
It'd be e to the negative 4. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so.
Oh, that's a 5. Yeah. Thanks.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So ln both sides and then divide by negative 4. So divide by negative 2. And we get 0.101, etc., but we need to use that to find when t equals 8. So then we're going to go ahead and
Is that k? Oh, but we need c.
plug it in for k.
You could just plug that in for one of the earlier ones, 3 equals.
Yeah, and figure out what c actually is. Maybe the first one would be the easiest. So if we take that value of k, 2 equals c e to the k, so 2 divided that. 2 divided by that must be c. There we go. So then we have c times e to the power of 8 times, where's that k? There it is.
It's very convoluted. So we're trying to find out what equals 8.
Interesting.
I think it's going to be the answer.
Numbers aren't working out for me. Is anyone else doing it?
I'm working on it.
2/3 divided by negative 4. Oh.
44.3.
No, that's not it. It's 2 divided by e to the. You did the same mistake, right?
Oh.
Yeah. It's 2 divided by e to the. You see it? E to the 0.1 is. There we go. And then we do y is equal to that number times e to the 8
E to the
times 0.11.
e to the wow. E to the
There we go. 4.066. Let's see. Well, go team.
Yeah.
That's fun. Question.
Answer.
How are we going to do number 2 with the calculator for sure, right?
Yeah, we use the little trick taught us with the definite integrals.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun.
So we do from 1 to 5, right?
Yeah.
Of cosine of x squared dx plus?
C equals 0.
Yeah, c equals 0. So that's nice and easy.
Yeah, you can't see that.
It's a definite integral. What'd you guys get?
I got C. In essence, I got yes.
Oh dear. Mine's passing a little bit, and I agree. C. Number 3, the only way to do it is with
Partial fraction.
partial fractions. What did you guys get as your A and your B as you started solving?
Negative 1 fourth and 1 fourth.
Yeah, good.
No, that one's a negative. Because it's a negative 3.
So negative 3, then negative 3 minus 1.
So it's negative 1 fourth plus 1 fourth.
Wait a minute, but the 0 is 1 and you plug in. 1 plus 3 is 4.
Oh, we're
Oh, I
dumb.
did it the wrong
We did
way.
it backwards.
Did you just plug in the wrong one?
No, I took the factors of the
Negative,
other one. and
yeah.
plugged it into
Oh, no. Remember the one you're covering is the factor you plug in.
Yeah, whoops.
So 1 fourth and then negative, that'd be a negative 1 fourth. There you go.
That is A in that case.
mine. Is that a negative?
Yeah, because the signs
Oh, I
change.
keep forgetting I'm plugging the wrong one.
Wrong one.
I'm taking the factor of the wrong one.
Dumb. I'm a dumb.
What? You're trying to get done then.
No, I actually did, but I was like, nah, it's not real food.
So the denominator, good. 1 fourth on the
Two fourths.
outside, good.
So
He's on
then
top, right?
Go see those. We did it.
Are we okay?
Nope, I didn't copy it down. I messed up.
But besides copying it down? Okay, number 4. Probably won't go through the whole thing, but question. What is that?
It's a
Logistic growth.
It is logistic growth, but it's not in the form that we like. You know, that makes sense, right?
Does that mean I did it wrong?
because we need k y times L minus y, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need this to be by itself.
Oh, in that case.
So we need to plug or pull out the 1/10, and when we pull out the 1/10, we'll have 1/50th p, right? Times,
That's too easy.
what's the first one? Because dividing by 1/10 is multiplying by 10. Now I have ky times L minus y. Good? Okay. So if p of 0 equals 3, what's the limit as t goes to infinity? 10. Doesn't matter where you start. Still limited by 10. So for B, doesn't matter. Good. Letter C, a different population is modeled by a function y that, Question, is it really that much of a problem? Isn't it the exact same differential equation even though it's for a different variable?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, so we can still use him, right? So when they ask us, find y of t, we have to integrate them?
No.
Y is minus left, right? So can't I just go ahead and use
Oh, in that case I did one. Okay.
y of t is equal to Lice, who's L?
1 over 50. Oh, 10, sorry.
Lice plus c, we'll get back to him in a second, right? E to the minus lift minus, who's L times k?
Times k is
One.
y.
1/5, right? And then t, is that okay? Because L is 10, k is 1 over 50, so 10 over 50 or 1 over 5, but minus. And then why did they give me the 0, 3? Because I need to find c. Does that make sense? Just my initial condition. So then plugging in 3 is equal to 10 over 1 plus c. Now it's just pre-cal stuff, yeah? And that's just going to be e to the 0, right? And e to the 0 is just 1. There we go. So we can multiply up. You can end up with 3 plus 3c is equal to 10. So c is equal to 10 minus 3 is 7, 7 over 3, 7/3.
I can't math it anymore. I did 10 plus 1 because you made it tonight.
Oh, struggle.
Issues. Second lesson issues in all.
So we have r lice. That's a 7.
That's 10.
7.
The L.
10 minus 3, 7.
Oh, the L.
Oh, that was 2 seconds. My formula wasn't it? 12 plus 7/3 e to the negative 1/5. And they say, what's the limit? 10. We know that. That's 10.
That was an actual FRQ.
I know, wouldn't that be easy cheesy?
It's scary.
Logistic growth is usually multiple choice though.
It's
Because there's so
scary
many
that
tricks.
people expect like them not to memorize lice by sleep.
No, I think they do.
Oh.
But that's okay, we'll take it. Alright, let's go ahead and go to our homework. Because you guys said you had some questions, yeah?
Yeah. Am I the only one that got tricked? Because I got tricked pretty bad.
Let's see. What's our first even? 10?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong 10. This one?
Yeah.
Tangent inverse of x over 3. No 1/3 in front because the 3 canceled it out. Plus c.
Yeah.
20.
I probably got 13 right after a bunch of tries. ln 2x squared minus 3x.
Do you realize why they said algebra? Because it was just u sub?
Yeah.
Because du was perfect, and so it's just ln of u. Got it done. Number next one.
26.
26?
Yeah.
5,000 was the limiting constant? Is that the wrong?
Oh, no, I was looking at C for some reason.
5,000 is the limiting or the carrying capacity. Cut that in half. That's when the fastest occurs, right? They said, what's the population? Just half of it. If they wanted time, we would have had to solve. And then letter C, you're just plugging into the differential equation, the 2,500.
See, I have a question.
Yeah.
I got the 62.5, but then I rounded it up because I thought like you can't have like a.
Ooh.
So should I like not do that?
You probably would have been okay to round up, But since it's a rate and not talking about actual people, I mean, it is. But I feel like since it's a rate, we'd probably keep the decimals, whereas if we were actually saying people, we probably would then go ahead and round. Yeah. Good question. Okay.
Miss D?
Yeah.
26, you said you cannot use a calculator, and I didn't, and I got 525 people per year. What did I do wrong on my math?
525?
Yeah, I use my calculator right now.
So 2,500 and 2,500, and we move the
It ended
decimal.
up being 0.025 times 2,500. So it's 25 times 2.5.
0.025, right?
Yeah. But you move the decimals over on the 2,500, so it's 2.5. And you have times 25.
Oh, because of the 2 zeros?
Yeah, so you get rid of the decimals on the 1, but you put them on the
Well, it should have worked, though, bud.
I don't know what I did wrong. I think I just...
Because the 2.5, 2 would be 50, and 0.5 would be 12 and a half, and 50 and 12 and a half is 62 and a half.
Yeah, I got... I don't know what I did wrong.
Me either. But you had the right math. It was 2.5 times 25. You're right. All right, number next one. 34. Initial condition, P of 0 is 28.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's your equation, lice minus lex, but you had to solve for.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait, is that the rest of it? That's just A. Sorry, that's just A. Hold on.
In A, did you find
Here we
C
go.
in it? Because I didn't.
7.928.
I'm so dumb. Miss D, in A, I didn't find C. I found C in B for some reason.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you solved, like, you plugged in what you had, you just didn't actually solve with the initial condition.
Yeah.
But either way, you would have had to solve one way or another.
Miss D, for some reason, I don't know if that's what's supposed to be the formula, but it said lice minus lick, but the T one had like a little apostrophe next to it, like T prime.
Oh,
Or if
really?
that was a-
Oh, it's a comma. It's a comma.
It is?
Yeah,
Um,
sorry.
okay, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's a
I
comma.
was confused by that.
The same thing happened when it said cost.
Yeah,
Cosine
cosine
of
of T.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? There's a T prime now?
What? Yeah, no, sorry, it was a comma. Oh, we finished the formula. There we go. And then for letter B, we're looking for the time, which will be about 83 years. So this one they rounded to be a whole year.
First try.
About 83 years.
Oh, question. Why is Slater slowed on my laptop so much? Like when I go on Slater, it my laptop eats up and it goes so slow.
I have no idea. I mean, it's a pretty active site, but I don't know if that's the reason
maybe
why.
there's a lot of people using the server.
Yeah, it could be. All right, anything else?
42 and 44.
42B.
I don't know how to do 44.
44B.
Me either.
All right, we need to look at that one? Okay. You guys pick up homework really quickly. Is there anything else we need to look at besides those
31.
ones? 31? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 31.
Wait, why did I put 31?
That's what I mean.
Wait, what? Why did I put 31? I'm looking at the answer.
And then 43, just really quick, it's not a long one. But I don't know what I did.
Oh, wait.
All right, you guys have your worksheet while I pull up the book. I want you to start on, where's my worksheet? I have extras, so I could reference them. Where they go?
Wait, how did I, hold on a second, I don't know. For some reason I started 31, but
Start with number 1 and 2. You guys got this. Rocket. Worksheet, AP, number 1 and 2. Go. You shouldn't really need your calculator. You can have it close though.
was 31 a non-calculated one?
Hold on, bud. You're working on the AP right now. I need to pull up the question. Okay, so sorry, what was A asking?
It was like, it was all
Identify
like,
K
yeah.
and the carrying capacity.
That, the second part was easy. K,
Yeah, I just don't know how to find K.
I took the route of saying 1,000 over 1 plus e to the 4.8 over e to the 0.7t, but from there I couldn't really figure out what k was, unless of course k is 0.7. It is. You can really take off, but
Ooh!
Exponents.
That's what you said.
What was it?
It's 1,000 over e to the
1,000.
4.8 over
Thank
0.7. I was saying the whole thing.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's your C. And there's your e to the negative LKT. So you have to take the negative 0.7, that's L and K, divide by L. Right? So negative 0.7 divided by 1,000, would that work out? Negative 0.0007?
Yeah.
So it's K is negative 0.7. Oh, L times K.
Does that make sense? Oops.
Mm.
So then divide by 1,000, remove the decimal places 3 to the, so you get negative point.
Yeah, it ends up being positive though, right?
Oh, right, because struggle. Because it's negative L times
Board
K.
of views.
We should sue the people who make these markers because it just went out.
Oh,
Is that good?
Yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
number next one.
0.007.
0.0007.
43, just 43.
43.
Yeah.
On the same page. Nope.
Oh, yeah, that one was interesting. I pulled up the 3 right off the bat to make it easy.
You're solving?
The-
So then x minus 1 is going to have 1. And then x plus 2 is going to have negative 1. So that'd be just ln of x minus 1 all over x plus 2, right? From 2 to 3. Just be aware of ignoring these stuff. We've been ignoring it quite a bit because the u's work out perfectly. Just be careful. Plugging in 3 minus 1 is 2. That'd be 2/5 minus ln of 2 minus 1 is 1 over 4. Ln of 1/4. Remember when there's subtraction, you can make it division. So that'll be ln of 2/5 times 4 over 1, which would end up being 8/5.
So you kind of have to combine it then.
There's no
Okay. Because I didn't combine it and I was confused.
Wait a minute, you.
Yeah, without the quotient property, I don't know if you could make it.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
That makes sense.
The 3 and all. Oh, 3 cancels.
Here we go. Okay, you guys had another one. It was on 42,
44.
44?
Yeah.
Slip field, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to graph the slope field on my calculator. I got it down to like B or like. I
You
got
said you were
it.
supposed to graph it on your calculator.
That's what the answer said in the manual in Slater. So I couldn't figure this out.
Okay, remember in our book, only the ones that are, is it the ones that are in pink or something? Something, there's some
Right.
ones where you're allowed to use calculators, but not this one.
I got it down to
Or the shaded ones, that's us.
Yeah.
Shaded ones?
I
Are
got
not
it down-
calculators
I got it down to A or C because when.
That's
these are non-shaded boards.
that are calculated, right?
Mhm.
So first of all, if I'm looking at it, I see that horizontal lines have parallel slopes, which means the differential equations are only dependent on horizontal lines y equals.
Oh.
So anything with an x is automatically canceled out. I have a 50% chance of getting it right. Right? And looking at this, I sure see a logistic growth, don't you?
Mhm.
Which one is the rate of a logistic growth?
Question.
Wait, why?
Well, if you see horizontal lines,
Those are y equals. Y equals 1 all has the same slope. Y equals 2 all has the same slope. Y equals 3. So hence, x cannot be a factor, or else as the x's change, as you go along the horizontal line, your slope should change as well.
at y equals 0, you can see that there's a horizontal line. But you said that it's a horizontal line, so it's only dependent on y.
Yeah, but the problem is, wouldn't this one also have a horizontal line at y equals 0, even though?
Yeah.
So you would need to look at y equals 1 and 2. Right? Does that make sense? Alright, any other ones from homework? You guys were working on the practice AP stuff I gave you. Additionally, there is, and I'll go ahead and get there review exercises. There are some review-ish ones. We're not going to necessarily go through the whole handout. There we go. And there we go. But, did you get letter D for the first one?
Yeah.
Perfect. Letter B for the next one?
Yep.
Not bad. Do we keep going?
No.
Aww. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to it a few minutes.
Could you restate and see how the horizontal lines tell you that it's only dependent on y?
Because horizontal lines are y equals a constant.
Right.
So for y equals a single, okay. If the slopes are constant along a horizontal line, you have to ask yourselves the question, okay, what else is constant along a horizontal line? Well, not x values, because they're always changing. Only y values are constant along the horizontal line. So if it's a constant slope, then it must be that it's only dependent on the constant y's. If it's a constant slope, or I should say parallel slopes, same slopes along a vertical line, y's are changing, so that wouldn't make sense, but x's are not. So therefore, it's a differential equation only dependent on the x. Then you have to do your clues like we talked about earlier with like the different signs and the different quadrants, looking for horizontals where they occur, verticals where they occur, if they're changing as you go horizontally or vertically.
If it's a vertical line, wouldn't it be only at one x? They're all vertical.
Exactly. So it's only dependent on x. Because you have many vertical lines. But for that one vertical line, one x determines the slope for everybody. Which means it's only dependent on x, not at y, not y as well. Oh my goodness, wait, these are directly out of, so 3 and 4 are both homework questions. That's lame. Number 5. Sorry, did you guys notice that? 3 and 4 were literally the ones they had to do.
2 was number like 41.
And they were the questions that you had. Well, at least I picked good ones. This is an old worksheet. I just didn't realize it came out of this book. There you go. Do you guys do number 5? Okay. Start there. That's so funny. 5 and 6 if you can get that. On 5 and 6. If those don't follow horizontal or vertical lines, you're going to have differential equations depending on x and y.
So who is this?
then 1x and I'm just making up something. X equals 1, x equals 2. I know they're going to have a differential equation. So I'm dependent on x. I'm going to have one where, since the horizontal ones are at 1, I must have something like that, and I probably have this would have to be 0. I don't know. There could be something else with another x out there. But they're only going to be x's because 1x determines the entire set of slopes for that entire line.
So if one x value has a bunch of horizontal lines on it, then the entire calculation takes off.
Yeah, or it could just be parallel. It doesn't have to be flat.
Like, oh.
Like all of these slopes are exactly the same based on x equals 0. It doesn't have to be flat.
And
They
if,
just have to be the same.
and if one y value is all the same.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. One x value is all the
What up to 5 and 6?
YouTube, I was going to go ahead and check. What do you guys get for 5?
E.
How'd you do it?
You just factor out the 5,000.
The 1 over 5,000,
Yeah.
right? And remember, when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal. So when you pull out the 1 over 5,000, you have to multiply and get 10. Does that make sense? There you go. Just be careful of the math. Number 6.
C.
Because once again, remember, we're trying to get it in a nice form. How do we know who we take out, whether the 3 or the 0.01? Remember, we need that y equals ky times l minus y. L can be whatever number it wants. I need this one alone. Hence, I'm going to go ahead and divide by factor. Divide by 0.01. When I divide by that, you can think of it a couple different ways. If you didn't have a calculator, you think about it as 1 over 100, right? And then just multiply by 3 by 100, you get 300. When you divide by a fraction, multiply by the reciprocal. Is that okay? Okay. Skip down to number 8. Where is he? Sorry, number 8 for you guys is different than this one because I cut the assignment. Okay. How would you start him?
Factor the bottom, maybe.
Maybe. There are 2 different ways.
Oh, we take the constant out, pull 2 out.
2 different ways. There are 2 different routes. What were the 2? Or what was one of them? What did you guys naturally do?
I just pull out the 2 and get partial fractions.
Okay. And does partial fractions work? Yes. Which you would have needed to do partial fractions to that and go from there. Technically, is there another way? No. So.
You so. Maybe the plus 3.
But that doesn't make sense. Don't do it that way. But technically, if you look at the u sub, since you already have the x term,
Wow.
you could have added 3 and subtracted 3. Then you could have gone ahead and gotten ln of that shabam, because that's u and that's u prime, or du. But over here, what would you have still had to do?
You so. Partial fraction.
Yeah. However, was there something else you could have done? That being the question.
Is it? Integration with
No.
I don't know.
You could have done arctangent.
that's what I thought.
And you could have completed the square, so there might be more than one right answer to an integral. So you might have to actually look at the answers to make sure which one they want. Because you could do this one solely with integration by parts. Because that was possible over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the dilemma is, you could have gotten the ln of x squared plus 3x plus 2, but there is another function that also fits this, because you could have gotten 3 over, you would have had x squared plus Let's to go quickly. Cut 3 in half. That'd be 3 halves squared. That'd be 9/4. That'd be x plus 3 halves squared. That'd be plus 2. 2 minus 9/4. Wait a minute. Okay. So, does the plus plus make it look like arctangent? But as soon as you get a minus, what does that tell you?
Not arctangent.
No. So, just a fair warning. We've talked about a lot of integration tricks. Just keep an eye out because there could be one that actually is arctangent. But in this one, yeah, it ended up being a minus, so then you could say, oh, it wasn't arctangent. It was just integration by parts all of them. So anyway, heads up. Because there are ones that do need arctangent, hence why I was trying to show it to you, but I guess this one didn't end up being that. Which is why, give me just 1 second. The final answer should have ended up being D. Did you get it? You can check the work if you need to. Go ahead,
If
Trey.
we had done like, if we did what we what we did to get D, and then we looked at the answers and it didn't match, would we have to go all the way back and do the other method?
Yeah, but maybe with multiple choice it's a good idea just to get the answers to make sure you're in the right direction. Right? Guys, really quickly, there is a review. You don't have to stress about finishing this worksheet. I just wanted to do a few of them because they were good multiple choice-ish answers. That's not what I meant. What did we not review that you probably better by tomorrow?
Test?
It's in the review. Slope fields we kind of did, but yeah, maybe go through your review because there's an Euler's method.
Oh yeah.
There's an Euler's method and there's integration by parts. I'm going to start this period right now, updating your endeavors so you can see which ones for tomorrow. Make sure you have them. Sound good?
Oh, there's gonna be endeavors tomorrow?
Not that you have to quote, but I'm going to update them so that way you can see which things you do need to make sure to have memorized, like the differential equation for logistics and stuff like that. Bye guys.
You have to get outro. Joyce. If you like this,
I almost
like,
deleted it.
subscribe, in the comment description below.